Okay, so this hedge has been done actually like 4 weeks ago, but this one is growing quickly at this time of the year, especially with the rains. So what normally I do for myself, I would check with the customer first how they like it, if it's shape or square, whatever it is, and then we start doing it in a way that give them a path here. So we cut it a little bit back from the front, and after that we shape it as like round shape. What I do normally with this one, I don't cut it straight away, I just cut it. I take it easy, I cut slowly. And I need first to see if it's thick from inside or it's gonna be bald after cutting it, because sometimes some franchisees are very going hard on it and they ended up with no leaves at all, which is giving it a very bad shape. So I give it more leaves to be in the shape, just to make it look nice. I cut as much as I can to the back. Then I give it 2 or 3 locks to see if it's in the shape, it's in round shape or not. But normally it's gonna take like it could take up to 20 minutes for doing them. And yeah, you're gonna see now when I start cutting from down, after that from the top, just to make sure that it's gonna be all even. Just we didn't cut it from the front, we just leave it till the end. But now it's perfect. If you come and have a look from the front here, it's a very round shape, it's nice, neat and clean. It looks nice, clean from the sides, having the same shape like the other one. It's a little bit smaller, but this is for a reason, because it has been planted after this one. So you look at it, and some branch is gonna be heading down or going down through the main branch. So what I try to avoid cutting the main branches. I cut the small ones first. And when you go, your eye is gonna capture the difference between the thick part, which is giving you the shape of the bowl, and the extras on the top. So with experience, with time, you're gonna know where you're cutting exactly. Your eye's gonna draw it with time. If you told me about this one maybe 6 months ago, I would tell you it's gonna take me around maybe 45 minutes. But now it took us like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do both of them. The techniques, what I'm saying, I'm just trying to always have my hand on my hedge trimmer in a round shape. So I always cut in a round shape from the side. When you cut it from the sides, it's gonna give you the shape and where you exactly need to go on the top. So when it comes from the side, the top's gonna be clear for you where you can cut. And it's always growing more and longer from the top than the sides. To use the fuel one, I don't know what's the difference, to be honest with me, but I was using at least 2 to 3 of these every day with the petrol one. With the electric one, I'm using 1 a day. So, but today, because we were having a lot of hedging, I think this is the second one, which should be enough for the rest of the day.
Well, I'd reach out to Jim's because there's obviously another franchisee who lives in the street, further up the street, and I thought, well, connecting through other parts or other processes hadn't quite worked out for me, so I thought I might give Jim's a go and see how it was. I rang up on the general number, and I was put in contact with Mo, even though he wasn't quite in my area. So, I feel quite fortunate that he's come along and taken responsibility for the garden.
Yeah, and obviously, how much, like with your garden, do you do a bit of gardening yourself in here, and you deliberately plant certain things, or?
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I'm not the green thumb. I'm quite reliant on the people who come and look after the garden better than me. I can water it, I can do everything like that, but beyond that, I can see what I would like it to look like, but I'm not very good at making it be that way.
All right. How would you describe the experience overall?
Yeah, it's been a very positive experience. I enjoy the messaging. You know, I receive the text message to say that Mo will be coming today at a certain time, and the fact that he does show up, it's made actually doing it all a lot easier for me.
All right, so thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No trouble.
Thanks for doing that. Appreciate your time.
A pleasure.
Thank you. I said such a great customer experience when you deal with a great customer like that. It must make you feel good. Whereas someone working in an office or something, it might be all negativity all day.
Yeah.
Whereas you come here, you work on a beautiful property. Customer's really nice. Likes
really
what you
happy.
do. Like
Yeah.
it's just, and that's only once. That's more than you need it multiple times in a day. So
Yeah, that's actually whenever your customer knows what exactly you're doing and he's grateful for all these changes and he really notes it, that makes a difference for us when we go home at the end of the day. It makes us know that people are appreciating what we're doing. So yeah, it's been a pleasure doing all this around, even lemon trees, as he told you, that everything has been changing and adding some fertilizing and trying to look after everything and things going back healthier. I think this garden is going to be totally different. Maybe in 2 more months it should be even more than greener, beautiful. More
it's a beautiful place, and when all these go up and you're going to have the rows on the side and you'll be looking after that. But
this hedge and the box is going to be amazing after a while. Whenever it's getting thicker, we're going to maintain it and it's going to be looking better.
But the thing that was said by your customer, which I found interesting, well, it might sound basic, but communication and rocking up on time. People go, how hard is it to rock up at 9 o'clock and communicate before you come? And like, you think it sounds easy, isn't it? But from what you know from dealing with people who have bad experiences with others, it's not so common.
It's not so common. And I'm really surprised as well when someone's telling me that the people are not showing again. It's like ridiculous. Like, it doesn't take anything. It's like you have a big garden like this and there's a lot of work that's need to be maintained. This is supposed to be, for any gardener, it's like a heaven. You know what I mean? Yeah, people appreciating your work and happy to pay you whatever you deserve, and willing to get their garden maintained well, and they are nice and happy and grateful.
It's a beautiful office, but as you said, you've had a bit of challenge and you've got to build it back up, but that's a good challenge for a gardener.
Better than any office, man. Better than any
absolutely.
office. Yeah.
It's definitely better than head office at Jim's, I'll tell you right now.
Come on, he's going to fire us.
No, he won't.
So in less than 2 hours, in less than maybe 1 hour, this was 120. From 120 to 12:19, we got 2 unserviced jobs on the spot when I was doing. And one of them is around me, Pentley East. Both of them actually in Pentley and Pentley East. So this is what I was talking about. If you want to get a job and you have some extra time after finishing the job, 1 hour, you can just go straight away, contact the customer, call the call center, get the lead, contact the customer, and go out with them. And you might be even lucky, if it's a small job, to do it in the spot and get $100 or $150.
Yeah, and we'll just explain for people that the unserviced lead means it's gone through our system and it can't find a franchisee available to do it, so it goes unserviced, and then the franchisees will get notified as yourself. And if something does happen where you've got time now, you could go and
100%. If it's around the mini area and 10-15 minutes away from me, I will just contact the customer and then go and have a quote with them, and I'm ready to go. If I'm gonna do it on another day or doing today, in both cases, it's a win-win game.
There we go.
Yeah.
Plenty of work.
Yeah.
And as you see, the customer has a very good attitude.
Yeah.
He has everything that makes everyone happy. So he has the whole package. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nice fella. You rock up, you look forward to doing that job on the day.
And look, he was grateful for the work, and that's okay. And also he's grateful for just sending some messages following up that you're coming, or just letting him know that you're coming, you're not coming. Things like that. Things like that. It's actually really nice and make a difference. If you think that it doesn't make difference, no, it makes difference.
Well, I think you're dealing, obviously he's very successful, either professionally or as a business, so he knows the things about rocking up on time, being presentable, communication, like these things which people take for granted, he would expect. So,
and this is all through the system. So, that's what I'm saying. Jim's application is good. You just need to set that the system need to send your customer a message 24 hours or 48 hours before the service date, telling them that you're gonna show up on this day or on this time, and it's done.
So the Jim's job system does that for you. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. So when you set the customer for a new service, you set him, so you want to serve him. For example, some customer tell you, oh, I prefer for you to come on a Friday.
Yeah.
Like Angela, the one we're going to, or the Adam that we're on there now. They just want Friday. So we go Friday, we put them in the system, it's a Friday, and we put for them that they need this time of the day normally. Sometimes they ask for a particular time. and we just send them at if the service every 2 or 3 weeks or a month or whatever, and give them a message 24 hours or 40 or 48 hours as you discuss with the customer, and it's all ready to go. So for the following up, I'm lucky that my customer, let's say 70% of my customer paying me within the first 24 hours.
That's great.
Yeah,
it's really good.
And as again, it's not something that they willing to do all the time unless you are getting them to do this for you on 24 hours. So normally I discuss this with the customer. I would prefer the payment to be done in 48 hours or something like that, within 48 hours, and most of them respecting that.
But you set expectations up front, that's the key, right?
Yeah. So that's why this is how important is the first time you meet the customer and discussion with them about the service. This is the most important. After that, everything's gonna be easy as long as you're doing a good job. It doesn't mean that you do this and go ruin their garden and expecting that they're going to be grateful. I just do a great job. So we normally clean, so normally we do pruning and cutting. We're not going to do this today. So normally she has all these leaves falling from the tree, so all the trees on the way, things falling here around this area. All this one in the back here as well. All this stairs need to be cleaned. Doing everything around here in the back as well. She had this part. We have made this the last visit. So we have made this landscaping. We put the rocks on the sides and put the white ones in the middle. She's looking better now. This one on the side as well. We had the high pressure washing for the whole property, I think 4 weeks ago. So we did all the high pressure washing. Yeah, this tree was so big actually. These two trees,
these ones here,
two gum trees was very, very big. We have pruned them 4 months ago, and we make it small. This was like laying on the back of the house, in the front as well. Yeah, it was like miserable. This is the place that I was telling you about in the back. So, so he was getting all the leaves, all the mulch, everything, and drop it over there in the back.
Just leave it there.
Just leave it here.
Yeah.
We ended up with a lot of leaves in the back. As I told you, it was like 3-4 trailers of green waste on 3 times. Come and clean it up, take everything, and as well as a lot of spiders in the back, but yeah, so clean everything. We supposed to be the week after next week before the shooting day. She's gonna have someone coming for shooting for selling the house. So we making go a little bit bigger to get greener, and we're gonna hedge everything. This one's gonna be hedged in a shape, a round shape from here. This one in the back as well, we're giving them some chance to grow greener. This one on the side over there, and yeah, everything here is gonna be pruned. We're gonna do some cleaning up today, blowing all the leaves, maintaining. After we finish, some stuff is gonna be in the pool as well, so we clean the one in the pool. Yeah, things like that.
We've always used Jim's actually, but then I lost my last gardener, so we decided to try Jim's again.
Why have you always used Jim's?
Well, like Mohammed, he's very reactive and very proactive as well in the garden. So what I really love is someone just to come in and tell me this needs done, this needs done, this needs chopped up. I'll do it for you. And the other thing that I also enjoy is that he sends photographs afterwards and shows me what he's done if I've not been home. Oh, there's a lot of maintenance. There's a lot of leaves. So that in itself is a big job. He comes once a week and it's a huge help. Obviously he can't help with the pool. We've got someone else that helps with the pool.
But we clean it up for you as well.
Yeah, you do. When you've finished.
We just cleaned it.
Yeah. There you go. Service with a smile.
Yeah, so we come here every week. So the basic thing we do every time is blowing the leaves, trying to maintain the parts that
because she has her neighbors, her friends and family members coming in the weekends.
Yes.
So she needs this to be cleaned all the in the weekend, especially. So we come Friday in particular.
Yeah.
In the morning or in the afternoon, she gives me the chance to come any time of the day on Friday. I always come straight away. They know about me. I come and do the job. She's here, it's fine. She's not here, I finish and I leave and I send her the invoice.
Yeah.
We, from time to time, we do some pruning and some tree cutting, whatever it needs. Generally, we are putting everything on hold right now because we have a plan about cutting everything and doing it. Maybe it's going to be later after 2-3 weeks. We're going to do some stuff for the party. But yeah, normally it's going to be general cleanup, making everything. If she has something, a problem with landscaping, we fix it up for her. If she needs something in particular, she's going to send me a message and she knows that she can text me anytime on the day.
And he always makes me laugh too, which is fun.
That's
yeah,
good.
and the other thing that I really like is the fact that you bill me straight away, and if I don't pay straight away, he reminds me, which is and that's really helpful. I
He
think.
used to be a lawyer, so
Yeah, well there you go.
Yeah,
He knows
here
how
we
to
go.
bill.
He knows how
He
to
runs a professional business.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I was driving around Mowing East and I was doing some work and one of my regulars, and this guy showed up as a independent contractor, and he came to me straight away. Hey man, I'm struggling to keep up with this since I'm not giving enough money and I'm paying a lot of money for servicing and stuff like that. What do you think? Does it worse going with gyms? Well then, man, so how much you're actually spending on high pages and Google ads and stuff like that? He told me I'm spending around $1,000 to $1,500 every month. I told him, so how much is your revenue? He told me around $7,000 to $8,000 every month. So I told him he's spending 15 to get 8 to 8,000 actually. He told me yes. I told him, so why not to gyms? He told because they think that they tell me that they're charging a lot of money. I told him, man, the franchise fee is like $600-700 a month, which you are spending double this number for getting the leads. So let's say if you're getting 30 leads a month, that's a worth of $300 or $350. Plus on the top, that's mean going to be $1,000 a month, and your income is going to be at least double this number.
It's annoying hearing that, mate, because I agree with you. Like, the worst thing you can do if you're investigating gyms is talk to a friend.
Yeah.
Because they've all got a story, which is, I don't believe any of them. Oh, my friend failed in gyms. Well, if your friend failed in gyms, they're not very good, and that's quite frankly, that's just the fact. And it's if you're going to do an investigation, as you were saying, they should talk to the franchisee like yourself direct, or call the number and go on a day in the road. Because if they talk, I heard gyms was expensive, then he hears it from you directly. Who's a franchisee doing it saying the complete opposite? So people need to do their own proper research, which is calling 131-546, coming out for a day with yourself, or actually talking to a franchisee directly. The beauty with gyms, Mo, is what no one can replicate. Hire Page is their task, and no one can replicate it. Is that it's good for the business owner, which is yourself, because you can earn good money for a fair job and do a great job.
Yep.
And it's good for the customer, because if something does go wrong, regardless of the guarantees we have in place, Jim will sort it out, which he does to his own pocket. So with the other platforms, it's always in favour of one or the other. So like a Hire Pages is in favour of the customer, because you're going to get the cheapest price, and you're going to get the customers that only want the cheapest price only. Yeah. So it's not good for the contractor. Same with their task and all these other things, whereas with gyms, it's the best of both worlds. Franchisee gets a fair price for doing a really good job, and the customer gets a good job done at a reasonable price. It's not the cheapest, but it is definitely quality, and there's backup there. So there's no one else in the market who has that and can solve that problem.
100%, man. I'll tell you something. Everything for a price. You can, like, for example, if you're gonna go and buy a phone, there is an Apple products, there is something products, there is hundreds of phones, but you're gonna find everyone trying to get the Apple phone. It's way expensive, more than any other phone, maybe even double the price of anything else. But the quality and the benefits you're getting from it, it's way bigger or higher than any other place, So
don't fall for imitations. They should go for the original and the best, which is gyms.
Yeah, it's about the reputation as well. Our reputation is very good, and people know that I think people know that we are providing very, very professional services, but they're concerned if we're gonna be a little bit expensive.
So this is the last job of the day. It's the last job before I go home. This one is a bit close to my home, so this is gonna be the last station. So normally we come every 3 weeks here for mowing the front and the back. She has a very big backyard. We do the natural strip as well. And I'm lucky because she's giving me her license to be barking in the main street. So That's nice of her. And then it's gonna be the end of the day, guys, or let's see how it's gonna be, and we're gonna have some work in the back as well. I think this is the best part about the job at the end of the day, when you finish and you're doing a natural strip in a busy street like this and everyone is looking at you, seeing the brand of Jim's Mowing and doing the stuff. It's, you know, it's
I can't really go anywhere, they've got to look at you, don't they?
yeah, especially when you're doing a professional job in front of them, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it's a very good advertising for us, mate. Guess how much we're charging for this loan for all this area?
Got no idea, but you took 45 minutes, so...
So it took me around 45 minutes,
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're just charging for 2 people $100.
Yeah.
Plus the GST, so it's 110.
But it's a decent, like, even though you did it pretty quick, it's a decent sized job. Like, it's a really nice lawn back and front, and it's pretty big, and there's a bit to do.
Yeah, and sunny and sweating like a hell, you know? So yeah, it's $100. I think if someone is looking at this one and saying, oh, $100 is too much, I don't think it's too much because you haven't tried to do it. So it's a decent money for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel at the end of the day normally? Do you feel, obviously you've been doing it a bit, so do you feel energized, or do you feel like...
I still have energy to go to the gym, actually.
Oh, you go to the gym, yeah?
Yeah, so normally this is like a normal day, or even less than normal. Normally we would be working maybe till 5:30. We took much longer time today because of the shooting and everything, and talking to the customer, which took us like extra at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I think we did 7 jobs, like, let's say not a big jobs, not a small job. So it's like let's say medium-sized jobs. I can do 9 to 10 of these every day.
And what's the average, like, you don't talk rough, but what's the sort of roughly did you generate today?
So today we did around $1,100.
It's good money.
It's not bad.
I didn't even notice it when we've been here with you all day.
No, it's $1,100.
That's great.
Yeah, we did around $1,100.
And it's always it's a positive experience. Like, you have good, nice customers, positive interaction.
Yeah.
You know, they're paying you within 48 hours, most of them, as you said, which is pretty amazing for most. It's probably unheard of for most business owners if they're doing invoicing.
Yeah, I do so now I have nothing to do when I go home, just preparing my batteries, and it's not gonna take like 15 minutes. Invoice has been sent to my customers already. It's all done. I have nothing to do at home. The system just gonna generate. Maybe later today or tomorrow, I'm gonna look to my bank account, check if they did pay or not, and mark the one who'd pay already and done.
Now that's a good point you made. So some people used to go, I don't want to come home from, out in the field all day and do the books. But yeah, as you said, you've got it set up in a way where you're just doing it out on every job. Not much of a problem for you.
Much easier, much easier, and you can give yourself some time when you go home as well, and it's good. You're working the whole day, working for 10 hours, getting $1,100. Of course, there are going to be expenses, labor expense, fuel, food, paying tax and GST and services for. Yeah, but he's still doing a good income.
Yeah, I was going to say, because a lot of people go, well, how much does he keep out of 1,100, right?
Yeah, so, let's say it's half-half.
Yeah.
That's a half-half. Yeah, it's half-half thing, If you're spending around, so labor is costing money and the taxes.
Yeah.
So $1,100 you pay $100 GST, and let's say $200 tax or a little bit more. Fuel and food and blah 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 and labor, you're getting around $500 for yourself.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is just regular jobs. But if you're getting a cleanup, if you're getting a big job of cutting trees, of cleaning and gardening, doing some other stuff, you're gonna do way better than money.
Yeah, and today we obviously slowed you down because you had us with you.
Yeah.
So if people extrapolate it out, you're obviously doing a lot more generally, regularly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It should be somewhere like that. Yeah.
So we've just been there a whole day with you, Mo, and it hasn't been set up. You can see by how red I am. We've gone in and got sunburnt today. We had a bit of sunscreen, but So at the end of the day, we've done 7 jobs, which is a lighter day than as you normally said, but it can give people a good feel about what you do. So yeah, what's some advice or some closing words for people who are thinking about doing the
I
jump?
think if you just think about doing this, or if you're trying to make a career shift and starting a Jim's Mowing franchisee or any other Jim's division, I think just go for it and try and ask around, ask people, ask another franchisee, have a conversation with the regional franchisor and ask them the question and start it. For me, I don't regret it at all, and I have a lot of connection with many other franchisees. I have never seen anyone complaining about anything, to be honest. It's all what you need. You're gonna get 80% of the success factors when you sign with gyms, and the 20% is just your mindset and the communication and the hard work you're doing with the customer. I think this is all what you need to do, and everything's gonna be well prepared. You just need to think about it and try to do the right thing.
Absolutely, and the best thing to do as well is call 131 546 or jimsmowing.com.au and inquire, because you can come out. We've shown you a day on the road with Mo, but that's something you can actually do with franchisees, is actually sit with a franchisee like yourself all day and just ask everything like we have.
I'm open book anytime. If anyone needs any help, I'm more than happy. I can give my phone number and leave it at the end. We'll see how it's going to go on today.
No worries. Thank you very much, mate. We really appreciate it. Thank you. And thanks to Charles for doing the video as well, the guy behind the camera.